One.
Yeah.
Good morning. I'm Jenny.
I'm DJ Darren.
And I'm 6string 105.
Hey,
Good
everybody.
morning, Jenny Ma.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Charlie. Good morning, Darren. Thank you for joining me. This is the first ever Wake Up with Jenny and Friends threesome.
Ooh.
Ooh. So it was a first for everything. Ooh, I just got chills.
Ooh, tingly.
Yes.
Nothing like a threesome on a Monday morning, right?
Absolutely.
Just about. Nothing to wake you up in the morning like, now I'm ready for the day. Okay.
Thanks, guys, for joining me. This is going to be fun. I'm super excited about this show. But before we start, how was your weekend? Go ahead,
Charlie. How was your weekend?
My weekend, I work. That's pretty much what I do.
Yeah.
I work and play music. That's about it. That's my weekends.
Nice. Darren, how about you? What'd you do? I know you always get into some trouble on the weekends. What'd you do?
You know what? I tried to this weekend, this past weekend, more or less. Wasn't it just Father's Day, or was that the weekend before that?
That was the weekend before that.
Yeah, you know what? Then I just kind of hung out.
Blend.
I had a car, with me DJing on the weekends. I had a car show that I was supposed to, but the weather here is so unpredictable right now with the heat and the random thunderstorms that come through. So that was canceled. So more or less just kind of hung out with the family and watched TV and waited for Monday to come back around, and now back to work.
Nice. Didn't your kids give you like a ticket to your own basement amusement
Yes,
thing
they
for
did.
Father's Day?
Yeah, it's $5 admission to my own museum. We basically took it off. My wife had purchased me a ticket to Biff's Pleasure Palace, in the alternate 1985. So she kind of got the idea from that and ended up taking. I thought I knew, electronics and everything else, but my daughter, she's going to be 16 years old next month, and she's just a whiz at this stuff. Kind of like, Charlie does amazing stuff when it comes to videos where like he's superimposing himself into different situations or adding in multiple, screens into one. And
Wow.
me, I know how to turn my computer on and play some music. That's about it. But yeah, she took the idea, took a couple of my favorite movies, put them all together on a picture, and added all this stuff that it was a museum, and tours or from this time to this time. And,
oh my gosh, that's so cute.
So I was going to make a couple and then put them in a little shelf at the bottom of my steps. So when you came down, you can, pull your ticket out.
Oh, that's
so I thought that was pretty cool.
That's so creative. That's so cool. That's cute.
Yeah, my kids are a trip. I'll tell you that much.
Kids are a trip. Fuck.
Yes,
They're also a great excuse for everything.
Well, you get old, they move out of the house, and I'm still waiting for mine. I mean, it's going to be a long time. Charlie, what? Your kids have already gone.
21 and 26.
Wow.
And I have 3 grandkids.
3 grandkids. You're a granddad. Wow, yes. That's so cool.
I'm a peepaw.
Can't you tell all the the white?
The white hair, the gray hairs popping up. The distinguished look. The distinguished look.
Sure.
What's everybody
you want to call it?
Drinking this morning? What's everybody drinking this morning? I have my my iced coffee, my iced Rampage coffee.
I saw you were having a Rampage. Was that one of your sponsors recently? Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Charlie's got the Wawa coffee.
Back with the water as usual. I'm sticking with that.
Yeah, you got the flavored water.
Flavored water. Yes.
Nice. Very good. How is the weather up in your parts there? Well, not your parts, but where you live.
if you like hell, if you like hell, because that's about the way you wake up. I mean, I'm up at 4 a.m. and you figure by the time 4:20 comes around, 4:30, I'm out the door. And it's already 85, 90 degrees, at 4 o'clock in the morning, which it real feel like 100. And it just hits you all day long. It's just that really, disgusting, hot air that you're trying to breathe in. It's like, what was it when they say you go out to Arizona, it's a dry heat? I've been in Las Vegas, during the summertime where it was hot. That was fine. I can deal with that heat. It wasn't hard to breathe. It was just hot. But here, it's
the humidity.
It's the humidity. It's unbearable sometimes.
Yeah. How does the humidity affect your balls? Like, cause I don't have balls, so I wouldn't know, but I would think like, do you actually get like a ball sweat going on?
It's like swampy. It's like swampy and, pretty nasty. Pretty nasty.
Does it get like soupy? Like, is it like a mini sauna in there?
Mine do, because I sweat I sweat really bad. So
Charlie sweats if it's 20 degrees outside.
I can sweat so bad it looked like I pissed my pants. I've sweat that bad it looked like I pissed my pants, and it was all ball sweat.
They need to make like Depends for your balls.
You know how many people that I hear, I have friends of mine, they're like, no, I've got this Gold Bond powder, or I got something that, you sit there and dump in there. And I'm like, yeah, but then when you're done, it's like you've got to scrape it all off when you're.
I pull down my drawers and there's a cake there. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like
small cake.
It's like spackle, It's just one of the. It's bad. It's bad, and it's bad.
Oh so my gosh!
I don't do that. I just happen to have purchased, what is it? That underwear now that has, you actually keep everything almost on the outside of your underwear.
Oh gosh!
Yes. So
what
I want to wait for those to come in and see how well they work.
But they're like $30 or $60 a pair, right? They're like something like that.
Yeah, I wanted to try one just to see how well it keeps everything away from the body, keeps the chafing down.
So just got a hole in the front.
It's gonna drive me nuts now because I knew this name for so long of these men's underwear.
I don't remember the name.
Men's.
Oh look, let me buy this.
Men's underwear. It has a weird name like Zach or something like that, right? It has like a weird. Yeah.
How do you even search for that on the internet?
Well, no, the only reason I know this is because my ex-boyfriend wore them all the time, and so we were always looking for them to go on sale. And Saks underwear.
Oh, Saks.
Saks.
Okay.
SAXX. Yeah, Saks underwear.
Saks underwear. Okay.
Yeah, Saks for your sack.
So Saks underwear, if you're listening, please send us
send us some
few pairs.
We'll try them out.
Yeah. Well, so Charlie, you were saying that it was like 103 today, right?
Yeah, 6 o'clock this evening, it was still 103, 104 degrees.
Well, real feel. Or was that real?
According to the thermometer. According to the thermometer, it was 104 degrees.
Oh, okay.
According to science, Darren, it was.
Oh, sorry. But
science.
1 second it's 90 degrees with a real feel of 104, and then it's like, oh no, it's 104 out. Okay.
The thermometer.
That's like the wind chill factor, right? Like that's what we have here in the winter time in Canada. It's like there's, it feels like 25, but with like 40 with the wind chill.
Okay. This too, because New Jersey is kind of weird. Okay. Yeah. You have inland and then you have the shore. Darren's more inland. When you go to the beach, there's a 10-degree difference.
Oh, big time.
It's over by the water. It's always 10 degrees colder. And in the wintertime, that's where that wind chill really, really kicks in, because now that 10 degrees really makes it a lot colder.
That feels nice on the balls, eh?
I still sweat. I sweat real bad.
Okay, so here's the funny thing. A while ago, maybe a month or so ago, I pulled off this ultimate prank. Again, on my boyfriend at the time and a few friends. And
I've seen that prank.
Did you see the prank that I got a random like number that you can get off, the internet, just an app number. And I used that number to text him. And I texted him this fake this fake the company called, and I called it Happy Balls. And it was a special promotion. So I texted it. I can't remember word for word now, but it was something like, "Thank you for signing up for Happy Balls. We're excited to send you your new minty ball refresher lotion and ball scrub. Um, and $2 will be charged to your account daily. If you're not interested, text stop my balls." Right?
Charlie, wasn't this like the same kind of thing that we just, tried to get a promotion from?
No. This is Happy Balls. I saw your thing that you sent me.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a while ago. I pulled this prank. Anyways, it's on my TikTok. You can go scroll down. It's like probably 10 or 12 videos down.
Okay.
But oh my gosh, I was dying. The responses like stop my balls, stop my balls. I did not sign up for this.
But stop, I don't want it. You're not charging me.
I just kept going with it. And the hilarious thing was like, I'd be talking to Trey on the phone and he'd be like, "Oh, well, look at this. They sent me another text message." And I would be sending him the message while I was talking to him on the phone. So he wouldn't clue in.
Wow.
That's funny.
Fucking priceless. And then I'd say like things like, "We're sorry to see you go. If you want to come back, just text, refresh my balls," or something like that. And we'll send you some ball wipes. And he's like, "Ooh, ball wipes. Those sound nice."
Nice refreshing ball wipes.
What was that when we talked last time? That ball koozie?
The ball koozie.
The ball koozie.
Oh gosh, they should make a cool version of that for the pasty balls in the summer. The ball paste. You should have there should be like settings, like a pre-wash, a soak, a spin dry.
I don't.
I'm gonna stay away from the spin dry.
Spin dry might not feel so good.
I mean, maybe the pat dry. The spin dry just does not sound good at all. You walk in, the wife sees you doing one of these. Honey, what are you doing?
Looks under the desk.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything. I'm on spin cycle.
Okay, well, here's the funny thing. So this started as a prank, but I have people wanting to buy my Happy Balls products.
Are you planning on starting your own little side business there?
I might get into the business of balls, gentlemen.
You know what? If that's how you're going, do you identify with balls now, or?
I identify well with balls. I enjoy them very much. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And we will support you in.
We'll give you advertising.
Yes. Check out Jenny Ma's balls. Yeah.
Well, I personally don't have balls, but I can only speak for myself. But not all women out there.
Yeah, I can see you doing an advertising, just hanging.
Thanks to Jenny, my balls are smooth and shiny. I'm soaking in them.
She's holding a pair of oranges in a clear bag, going, "These are my."
Oh my God, wouldn't that be hilarious if I put on a pair of prosthetic balls and I did a commercial and I was like, "Listen, I know how it feels."
Or I don't remember if you remember the old Palmolive commercial where I'm soaking in it. Have a group of guys in a salon and Jenny will walk by. "We're soaking in it."
I wish Chris Farley was still alive. He would have been great for our commercials. That would have been he'd be like, "Just soaking my balls in a van down
by the river."
Wow. That's a whole lot of talk about balls. I don't think I've ever talked that much about it. Woo.
Well,
on that note,
it's a serious.
Oh, I guess
topic.
Testicle Tuesday's out of the
Holy Testicle Tuesday. Oh my gosh, Jim Carrey's a crack up. I love him. His movies are just gold. Oh man. Well, speaking of gold, this show Darren's sweating. Charlie's lighting a cigarette.
Right?
Is done.
I'm in my basement. It's nice and cool down here, but I'm sweating now. Like, what's going on here?
Well, I'm a dumbass. I put my green screen up and I blocked the air conditioner so I can't feel anything.
I am running on 2 hours sleep, gentlemen. As you know, Charlie, you said you're on
about 2 hours. I'm about 2 hours.
Yeah. So I would like to forewarn the audience, as you may have already guessed, this might be a bit of a shit show.
Gonna go off the rails.
We may go off the rails, but that being said, we have a fabulous show. We're going to talk about code words for sexy time. I'm excited to hear what yours are. Lies we told as kids. We're going to talk about marketing, a little bit of marketing. We've got a famous 3-question draw and a brand new game I'm so excited to play called Wrong Answers Only. Super excited about that. So let's get right into it. Let's lead with balls and go into our 5 best code words for sexy time. Anyone want to start first, or Charlie? You got the cigarette going. You might.
Yeah, he's already done.
I'm already
finished
done.
already.
I'm spent.
You're spent.
Well, me and Darren came up with this one this morning. So.
Oh, did you? The two of you together? Did you?
Oh, yes, we did.
That was
right.
Let's hear it.
To ride the train to Pound Town.
Ride the train to Pound Town.
Ride the train to Pound. I thought it was, I have a ticket for a one-way trip to Pound Town.
Well, there's many ways to get to Pound Town. But we all hold the ticket.
Use code words when you're like, you're talking to your wife and you're like, hey, let's
yeah, well, that sound that you just made, I would joke around and do that, and my wife hates that sound.
Oh, really?
She's like, yeah, don't ever do that again. And I like to joke around and I'll do stupid lines like this, and it's one of those don't just don't.
Really? Oh my gosh.
God, we've been you figure we've been together for over 20 years now.
That's true.
Married for so long. Just some of that stuff is it's just not, maybe it was funny back in the day, or now it's just like, all right, just shut up and don't even talk about it. Just kind of make your move. Don't sit there and go, hey baby, it's time, drop the pants. I've used ones like, hey, let's pretend you're the Titanic, and I'll pretend I'm the Titanic and you're the ocean, and I'll go down on you.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll just rapid fire mine. Hibbity dibbity, that's a good one.
Okay.
Hibbity dibbity. Yeah. This is probably one of my favorites. Get a little P in the V.
Okay, I've heard that one.
Yes.
I think that one's super appropriate around kids. So that's a good, like, if you've got little kids around, that's a good one. A little P in the V. A little bangers and mash.
No, definitely not have used that one.
I've heard that one though.
Time for an oil change.
That's something I would go the totally opposite with that one. I don't think that's time for an oil change. Don't go there. That's what I would. It's not time. It's not time. See you in a week. We're up for maintenance.
And my final one, you'll appreciate this, Darren, being a firefighter. I need a good hosing.
Okay.
All righty.
All right. What else do you got?
Well, I was thinking we're guys too. We just whip it out, say, come on, a little point. Or Darren does the helicopter, I hear, around the house. That's how he gets his wife's attention.
That's a guarantee you're not getting any. Helicopter? No. Yeah.
Is it? Do you have to? So now, being married for so long, the both of you have been married for years. not separately, not together, but
Well,
Meet
but
Chuck and Larry.
do you find that, like, I mean, I would assume, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I would assume you have less intimate time now as you know, because of your family dynamics than you did when you were first together. So how do you like, how do you like keep it? How do you keep the mojo alive?
how do you keep
Silence,
them?
crickets.
Yeah, just silence, crickets, and lonely nights. Um, no, you know what? It just comes down to, there's times where you can go month or two or 3. It's just things are so busy, especially
Really?
with my 5-year-old and my 15-year-old, my business, doing this, my regular job. When you sometimes you just get home and it's like, okay, I'm having dinner and I'm going to bed. You just, and I don't know. Maybe it's, it's a thing with both, the husband and wife that need to keep, that spice there somehow.
Yeah.
Not saying that you get so comfortable with each other and it's every once in a while, and just be happy that you're actually getting it once in a while.
Mm.
So I don't know. I think it's, you just got to find a way to kind of.
Right. Plus, it depends on the person and the couple.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
depends
know
on
what
the
I'm
couple of
saying?
her. Do you think that's why it's easier in a sense for guys to cheat because it's just guys are more like it's just
I think it
sex?
works both ways. Nowadays, I think it's both
Yeah.
ways. I don't think it's just guys,
Really?
because
Yeah.
really, really, I
Mm.
mean, guys go through a lot of stress too nowadays, and that they're showing it more and more emotional, and they might shy away from the woman, and the woman now are coming out to be more sexual active, and they'll say, well, you're not giving me what I want. I'm going to get it from somewhere else. I think nowadays it's not like back in the day
Yeah.
where the woman was at home, and you know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be sexist or,
No, no, no. This is a like a I think it's important to say it as it is. This is just, real talk. We're
but
just having a conversation,
society's
right? But
society's changed. I mean, the women are now, they are equal. They are more equal to the man. As much as they say, oh, there's still no equality. It's coming to a balance.
Well,
And
you
I
gotta.
think people cheating, or it's going both ways. It's going both ways. It's not more the man. I think it's more equal nowadays.
yeah, for me, I couldn't imagine like the wanting to seek that from someone else other than my partner in a relationship. Like for and I'm speaking just for myself, but for me that doesn't make sense to my brain. Like, and I get why people do that, and I get, if there's like rough spots in relationships, and I get that for a lot of men there's not always that emotional connection, and for some men it's just sex is just
Mhm.
sex, and
Hmm.
that sort of leads to why they make the decisions they do sometimes if they're under pressures in certain circumstances, and I get all that, but for me, like, I can't fathom like going outside of my relationship for such an intimate thing.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, some people, just like you said, there are men that just flat out, it's just sex. It doesn't
It's
mean
just
anything.
sex,
Mm.
and it doesn't mean anything.
There are your normal, urges that you get, and what, in all honesty, what are you supposed to do if you're in a relationship or if you're in something and you're not getting, anything? You're trying, you're doing what you can do to, fix
Yeah.
things or whatever it is, and you're
Yeah.
not getting it from there. You still have needs. So and that's where they
And
say,
that's
oh
what they're
well,
doing. They're trying to satisfy that need. They're not looking for another person. They're
yeah,
just
they're not
looking for
looking
that
for another
need to get met.
relationship. It's just like, okay, this one wants to do the same thing I want to do,
Yeah.
and that's all it is. There's nothing, no emotional attachment there. It's
The
just,
disassociation.
yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
wham bam, thank you ma'am, you're out the door, and
I
stuff
mean,
like
and
that.
that could stem back to like the caveman days. I mean,
Mm.
that instinct could still be, it's still in our brains.
Mm.
It's kind of far back to.
Yes, but again, people still do it. They still go astray. I mean, if that didn't happen, then we would have evolved fully. You know
And
what I'm saying? It's just
and
still
it's
that
not enough to like, it's not enough to do it yourself. Like you need another person. It's not enough to
right,
like
right,
handle the situation yourself. Like you couldn't just
right.
like,
Self medication or ain't helping. So you still got to go outside the box.
Interessante.
But again, it could be still that a little bit of intimacy that they're not getting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, we all can take care of ourselves, but it's not the same when you have your partner's touch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's why I think it's so important to put your partner first. I know a lot of people, their first go-to is to say, oh, we put the kids first. And I think there's something kind of egotistical about that too, because I think you want to present that you're these fabulous parents, and I think that it's great to be great parents, but putting your relationship first doesn't mean you put your kids last. But if you don't put your relationship first, like everyone's so quick to say, oh, our kids come first, it's all about our kids, blah, blah, blah. And yes, your kids are a part of you know what makes up the importance of your family unit, but you have to put your relationship first.
Mhm.
Because if you don't have that connection in your relationship, and this is my opinion, but if you don't have that connection in your relationship, and you don't come back to center and nourish each other, then you being separate and not being in love with each other, or not having that connection, or not presenting that loving atmosphere for your kids, is so much more detrimental to them than if you had just put them first and neglected yourselves, right?
Well, I think for long periods, like I said, I've been married to my wife for 17 years, but we've been together for 24.
Mm.
So, that period of time, yeah, in the beginning, it was, we couldn't find a, piece of furniture that we didn't want to do it on, I mean, it was like we were trying to
Sure.
hang from the ceiling, the walls, the outside, inside, it didn't matter.
Mm.
You didn't have any kids, you didn't have any worries.
Yeah.
So that's where I think you spent more time paying attention to each other. So I think farther on in life, when other things happen, and it's not that obviously you still love each other, but I just think that intimate connection with each other sometimes falls off, and you have to go back to rebuilding that. Because you'll sit there and just like I said with me, I've got 1,000,001 different things going on in my life that I'm not thinking that, okay, she needs me to be more, mentally, involved with it. And it's like, all right, it's been a couple weeks, I want to go and, get some and everything else. And, she's not on that same, wavelength where, it's more, more intimate, it's got more mental than physical.
Yeah.
So things happen. You do what you got to do, and hopefully make it work. If not, Charlie has this video that he had this morning of a new adapter for a car that takes care of you while you drive.
The roadhead or something like that.
Yeah, it's like this thing you put it in the cup holder. You move like the crane around, you put it on your thing while you're driving, and it's got 10 different settings on it.
Wow, that's gives a whole new meaning to gearheads.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Well, speaking of indiscretions, what is the biggest lie you ever told as a kid?
Biggest lie that we were told?
Yeah,
we were told a lot of lies here in America. I mean, here in Canada, we got the tooth fairy.
What lie did you tell?
Oh, what lie did I tell?
Yeah.
Oh, I was a good kid. Charlie. I never lied.
You never lied. That's a lie.
That's a lie right there. A lie. That's the biggest lie right there. Is I never lied.
Well, probably the biggest one that I ever told was, you know what? In some parking lots, they have at the end, at the front of each parking space, they'll have those concrete partitions,
those curb stops,
like things, and then so there's nothing when you back out, obviously, but there's just one in front of you, and then on the opposite side for the other car that's going to face you to park.
Right.
So I was picking up my brother from school one day, and and I was in a parking lot that had these. And you know, when you're young and you have your own car and you just want to like rip out of the parking lot and just be cool, and you know, and like my brother was at an age where like he just thought I was cool too at that age, so he's like, you know. So I put the car in reverse and I stepped on the gas and I went all the way, but there was no cars behind me, thank God, but I went all the way back into the like the next set of like parking spaces and went over those concrete
Ooh.
barriers. As soon as it happened, we both looked at each other and we were like, don't tell mom.
Did you ruin anything on the car?
Oh yeah. So I so I managed to like get back over them, because that's even harder than driving over them, is getting out of it. Managed to get back out of it and just went home, parked the car in the driveway like nothing ever happened and no one was going to be the wiser. Well, next morning I woke up and there were questions. Why is this hanging from the car? Why is there a flat
God.
tire? I was like,
And you definitely
I don't
did
know.
cause a lot of damage there.
I was like, I have no idea. And they're like, it's okay. If something happened, just tell us. I'm like, I honestly, I don't know. Like, I do the things that you think you get away with when you're young. I mean,
Yeah.
absurd.
Yeah. I got one of those that involves driving also.
Uh-huh.
At the time I was in high school. I was a freshman dating a junior. Was she a junior at the time? I think so. Well, I was only 15 or 16. She was like 17, 18 years old. And you know, I always used to convince her to let me drive her car. You know, no driver's license, no nothing.
Yeah.
And we just happened to be going someplace and right around the corner from our house, and going up the mountain. We were driving somewhere, and we had the girls cross country team that happened to be running on the same road, and the gym teacher sees me driving. And I mean, I'm oh shit, I'm ducking everything else. And the next day, you know, I get called down to the principal's office, and they're like, "Were you driving?" And I'm like, "No, not at all. No, not." Called my girlfriend down. Was he driving? No. She was sticking up for me the entire time.
Yeah.
And it just came down. I'm lying to my principal. He's like, "Dude, either we're gonna call the cops and say that you were driving, or you know, you can take like a day of suspension or something like that for lying to us." I'm like, first of all, you're not my parents, and I didn't do this during school time. So, like, how are you trying to get me in trouble? But I kept on lying. They brought my mom into school, and I'm lying to her. I'm like, no, I swear I didn't lie. And my mom turns around and she goes, "You used to steal my car in the middle of the night to go learn how to drive."
Busted.
Yes. So she knew it was me.
Busted.
Yeah. I mean, the gym teacher was even able to say what type of I if I can sleep with hats on, I will. I've worn a hat every day of my entire life.
Right.
She knew exactly what hat I was wearing, what shirt I was wearing, and I came into school like 2 days later wearing like the same hat and shirt, and she goes, "Oh, that's what you were wearing." I'm like, "Oh, crap." So I finally had to confess, and you know, I mean, I got my ass handed to me by my mom, but you know, it was one of those where it's like I thought I was gonna get away with it. I'm like, oh, who the hell's gonna believe the teacher? She's a cross country gym teacher, you know, whoopee doo, you know. And it's like, no, they believed her over me because they kind of knew me and knew how I acted and everything else, so they knew I was full of shit from the beginning. But I tried to keep the lie going. Didn't work too well, but you know.
I mean, all my lies growing up were like little bullshit lies about. I was in school all day. I was in school, and I was not.
No.
But here's a funny story. I mean, it has nothing to do with school or nothing like this, but it is a big lie. There was a store called Caldor's. Remember that, Aaron?
They didn't have Caldor in Canada.
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, me?
Remember? Yeah. Remember
Yes, Caldor. Yeah.
Well, they had their credit card. I
Okay.
was 17. Told them I was a doctor making $60,000 a year. I'm 17, right? I filled out everything. I think I even put the wrong social security number. I got approved. They sent a credit card with $5,000 limit to me in my name.
What?
Dr. Charles.
What?
Yep.
Wow.
Did you use it?
Charlie, did you ever use it?
Well, yeah, actually it came at a great time because I found out my girlfriend was pregnant.
Fuck.
Hey, honey, free money.
So you used the credit card?
Yeah, I used it. I used
Do
it.
you still have it?
No, I don't have it anymore.
Did you pay it back?
Some of it. Then I went to bankruptcy.
Wow. Well, we will, for the purposes of your, who's your tax people, the IRS, so we will edit this section.
Oh no, it's over. That's over 26 years old. I'm in the clear. I think there's a statute of limitations on the credit card fraud.
Yeah. I was 17 at the time. I'm 40 something now.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
And I've lied to get jobs. I've lied to jobs and made up a whole bunch of references, job references that I've never worked at another fucking state. Told them I moved from Florida. I was this, that, and the other thing. Okay,
I would give friends names and just say that they were the manager of, I'd make up a business.
Who has not done that?
Fictitious places. I just made up some shit. They had just moved from Florida. They don't know about Florida. I don't know about Florida. They don't know about Florida.
Who has not done that? And honestly, I don't know now and nowadays, who even bothers with a cover letter? Like, who cares? And B, who checks references? If I was hiring someone, I don't even bother with a cover letter. I'm not even going to read it. I just want to see your resume, if I even want to see your resume. And two, I'm not going to call references
because nowadays they can't say anything anyway.
I'm going to interview you. If I like you, I'll hire you. If it works, great. If it doesn't, see ya. Great.
Yeah.
Thanks
but
a lot.
nowadays, if you call a reference, it doesn't matter anyway because they can't say anything good or bad.
Yeah, they're not allowed
to
say
say yes. They could just say yes. So and so worked here.
Yeah,
they can't tell you that so and so worked here, but it didn't come to work for the past 10 days.
Yeah, they can't say you're a shitty employee or something like that.
They can just answer
yes or no questions. But I mean, I've seen applications that have come into our business, and you look at them, and it's like, oh, he worked at this job for a day and a half. He worked here for a week. He worked here for 2 weeks.
Well, why would people even put that on their resume? Like, if you
right.
Like what? Just sweep clean and just put like one thing down for like 6 months and like.
Yeah, nobody checks.
Honestly, like people got to work. People need jobs. It's just
right.
Well, see, but again, nowadays people don't want to work. I mean, every place is hiring. You go anywhere, they're looking for help.
Really? It's not like that here. It's not like that here.
Here it is. Every place is hiring.
Like I said,
and the incentives are crazy.
Our government, since they're giving out the wonderful, they were giving out the extra $600, for your unemployment. Now it's down to $300, but still you're getting your unemployment plus the extra $300 a week. So, whatever you were, getting on your unemployment, you're getting an extra $300. So some people are making more money sitting at home than they would be working.
That's
so
insane.
They need to cut out that extra $300. But then you have jobs. So here in the US, servers who work like we have, I don't know, you don't have diners out there, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we have New Jersey's just filled with we're the 24-hour diner capital of the world.
Yeah.
So, with them, it's only like, I think $2-3 an hour plus tips, that they get paid here.
What? Sorry, what? They make $3 an hour.
So it's like two something an hour. Just say what? How much?
Last time I remember it was $2.10 an hour.
Okay, so just even say $3. So $3 plus whatever tips you make that day. So yeah, the servers, and stuff like that, it's not very good. But they're turning around now and offering $7 or $8 an hour plus tips, and people still aren't hopping
What's
on
your
it.
minimum wage out there?
Um,
Oh,
I
$10 an
I
hour.
10?
I think it's $10 an hour.
Oh my gosh, how do people live? So minimum wage here is $15 an hour, and
Oh, they're trying to make it $15 an hour.
I don't know how people live on that, to be honest.
All right,
It
so
says minimum wage. You're not supposed to live off of minimum wage. Minimum wage is not for you to live off of.
Oh man, I
well,
can't.
and that's the whole thing with minimum wage. It's all right. So let's
Man,
see, New
that
Jersey.
blows my mind. $3 an hour plus tips. So if nobody comes in
You making
to
$3
eat,
an
you
hour.
make $3 an hour. What a waste of time. Holy
So
shit.
New Jersey is now 2021. We are at, since they raised the price, it's now $12 an hour.
Oh my gosh, brutal.
$12. Then so what they did was it was even back to $8.60 an hour 4 years ago. And then each year, so like then they brought it up to in what was it 2019, they brought it up to $10 an hour. Then 2020 they brought it up to 11. 2021 they brought it up to 12. So
Wow.
until 2025, that's when they want to bring it up to $15 an hour.
When I started working.
But you gotta figure what the exchange rate, from our, money to, yours.
Yeah, I guess
See.
it's
Well, when I started working, it was $5.15 an hour.
holy Hannah.
That was minimum wage.
Man.
$5.15 an hour.
Yeah, I guess my very first job, one of my first jobs outside of like having my own jobs was I want to say 7.85 an hour was minimum wage back then. 7.85. Yeah.
So our $15 US dollars equals $18.60 Canadian.
Yeah. That's crazy. My goodness.
So
Wowzers. Well, I have some more questions for you, and I think it's time we play our 3-question draw. So whoever would like to go first in answering this question. First question is, if the world was going to explode tomorrow, who would you go and visit today?
Oh God. Who would I go visit?
If the world was gonna explode, would I go visit?
Yeah.
See, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. And we only get one?
Yeah, you only get one. Yeah. And you can't say like your wife and your kids. That doesn't count. You're already there. Yeah.
Oh, they're with us, even our grandkids? Because that's who I would see with my granddaughter.
Okay, grandkids, that's a good one.
I would see my granddaughter Addie Pearls.
Aw.
Wow. So you're not letting us pick our, family.
Well, your family's what I get. We're already with our family, so
yeah, you're already with your family. So your kid, everyone's gonna say their kids. Don't say your kids. Kids are already a given. Like, if the world was gonna explode tomorrow, who would you go and visit?
Give him a great big hug and say, "I love you, brother."
Yeah. Maybe you or Roger, whoever's closer. I don't want to travel that far, but yeah,
just in case.
Either one of my best friends there, it would have to be one of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, wow, that's a tough one there. I'm thinking, all right, oh, my kids, my family. You're like, no kids.
Yeah, well, because they're with us already. They're already around us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you could taste color, what color would you want to taste first?
Blue.
Why?
I love blue. I'm curious to see if it really tastes like blue raspberry.
Darren, what color would you pick?
You know what? I don't know what you just found so funny.
I was just thinking about color and the comment they go with it, but I'm not going to that. I'll tell you tomorrow morning.
Sure. Maybe yellow.
Yellow. Yellow.
Like yellow.
Oh God.
Yellow, yeah. I mean, because I already know what orange tastes like. It tastes like orange.
Yeah,
But what if it doesn't, though?
I'd probably choose red. I'd choose red, probably.
Red?
Yeah, I think so. It's a very provocative color. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And it could be strawberry or cherry or watermelon.
You never know. Yeah,
You
it
never
could
know.
be any of those. Final question. My final question here: if you could appear in any film with any actor, what and who would it be?
Duh. No, that would be Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future. Yes.
Yep.
That's who definitely mine would be.
Nice. Charlie?
Oh, probably the Karate Kid.
Wow, cool.
Yeah,
He'd want to be in Jaws. He wants to see the shark.
True that. I'm even going in the ocean. I'm scared.
Neither do I.
Did you know that if you play Jaws backwards, it's a really heartwarming story about a shark who gives arms and legs to dead people?
I've heard that before. Well, it's amazing. Some of these movies that you play backwards is just really weird.
Yep.
Those are my questions. I'm ready for your questions, boys.
All right. If you could be a strip, if you, not saying if you could be, because anybody could be, but if you were a stripper, what would your name be?
Oh gosh. If I was a strip, now isn't it something like you're supposed to like pick the street you lived on and then like your best friend's middle name or something like that?
I guess
I would be my stripper name. Oh my gosh. I would be that's a tough one. I'm trying to think. So many options. Veronica Corningstone.
Are you planning on doing the news while you're up on the pole? I mean,
I'll just walk around and say, "Excuse me, sir, are you trying to invite me to a party in your pants?"
Come on, Charles, what do you got there?
Stretch Armstrong.
Stretch Armstrong. Wow.
Wow.
Stretch Armstrong. See, I would be the most random one, and I would be Titty Sprinkles.
Titty Sprinkles.
I don't know.
Oh, nice. Great old Titty Sprinkles.
Nice. Because you good old Titty Sprinkles. You remember Titty Sprinkles from back in the day? Remember?
Yeah. Wasn't he? Now coming to the stage, Titty Sprinkles.
Well, you heard what happened to Titty, right?
Okay. All right.
Oh God.
All right. If you can be any cartoon character, who would it be?
I would say Betty Boop.
Betty Boop.
Yeah, I like the pinup, stylish kind of like vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Charles,
who would I be? A cartoon? Probably somebody from G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe.
Probably somebody, you know.
Yeah. I think Snake Eyes. He's the one with the ninja guy.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's him.
I would definitely I would pick Lionel from the
Thundercats?
Yes.
What? I can't believe you said Thundercats. Oh my gosh.
I love the Thundercats. Yes.
Yeah, we were just talking about that the other day.
Yeah, I just missed him. He was at a not a Comic-Con, but like a Toy Con in one of our towns where I go every time, you know, I see that they're there. He was there actually doing autograph signings on some Thundercats comic books and drawings that he was doing.
Wow.
So I wanted to go, you know, and see it. I had something that came up and I didn't make it. I'm like, oh man, you know, for him to actually, you know, be there to be doing a signing, I'm like, oh, that's dope. And I missed it. Super dope.
Wow.
All right.
What is your sex and candy? Sorry, I don't know where it came from.
Why did I even pick this one? What's your favorite? What's your favorite part of your body?
My favorite part of my body, probably my lips. The ones up here.
Shit.
The ones on my face.
You went there. Okay, Charles, next.
Favorite part of my body?
I don't know. 90% of
I
your
don't
body's
really-
all screwed up anyway.
Yeah, I'm all messed up. I don't have a favorite part.
He's got more incisions and scars and rods and pins in his body than.
Take me out to the
Your
shed.
battle wounds. Your battle wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I don't
he
know.
can't make it through a metal detector without it going off.
I don't know. I don't know. That I can't answer.
I would say
don't
your
have a favorite-
smile, Charlie. I would
I
say
don't
your
have a favorite
smile.
part. I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. Darren?
I'm gonna say my mouth, just because it it just keeps on going, and it talks and talks and talks and just talks so much shit, and everything else. So yeah, that's probably not my lips, just more or less my voice, because I like to hear myself talk.
You like to hear yourself talk?
I like to hear myself talk.
That's not narcissistic at all.
No, and that wouldn't be
If I
one
could
of
get the word
your
out.
wonderful books that's out on Amazon, the narcissistic journal there.
No, you're not a narcissist.
Plug.
Yes, thank you for the plug for my book.
No, I'm
Charlie,
not narcissistic that way. It's just, I don't know, just from starting this podcast and everything, I just talking so much more now. It's like, oh, I like this.
Yeah.
This is my therapy.
Yeah, it's fun to do a show. I get annoyed when I listen to the show back and I hear myself laugh. I'm like, oh God, that's a fucking annoying laugh.
Yeah, I went back and listened to our first one. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh God, we were horrendous, horrible. Jesus Christ.
Retard.
Charlie, what are your questions for?
If you could bring a celebrity back from the dead, who would it be?
If I could bring a what?
A celebrity.
A celebrity.
Back from the dead, who would it be?
I'll say Michael Jackson. I just fucked you, didn't I, Darren? Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, it was great, and you didn't even use any lube. Thanks. So yeah, that was mine.
That was yours too. Okay. Well, we can have the same answer. That's okay.
Keep talking about that. I'll hold on one second.
Okay.
Okay, well, hold on. I would Chris Farley.
Yeah, Chris.
Because I would see how he or that him or John Candy, because I would like to see how they would have progressed.
Yeah.
Because they're both funny people.
Yeah. Oh, you have
Maybe
the
the glove.
glove. No way. Okay, so everybody that's listening to this on podcast right now, you have to go watch this episode on YouTube. Darren has the glove, the MJ glove. Wow.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm a dork.
Nice.
I loved his music. He got me into, no matter what anybody thought of him or whatever it is, now, just his dancing, his music, and his, message with his music, to me, was just amazing. And when I grew up on it, I didn't miss an album. It was just one of those, like, I loved it. It was fantastic. So besides that,
that's
awesome.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
All right, Charlie, question number 2.
And question number 2. How old were you when you lost your virginity?
Oh, this is a daytime show, Charlie.
So what?
Good Lord. I mean, we can
Howard
talk
Stern
about
was on
balls
during the
all
day.
time, but
Come on.
for the love of
Baba Booey.
I was 14.
You were 14.
Yeah.
God love you. My goodness.
Yeah, I was 13.
Wow, no wonder you're so fucked up.
Oh my God. Yep. Yeah. You know what was bad?
Your brain's not even fully developed at that age.
No, I had probably not as freaking clue what the hell I was doing, but it was bad that back in the day when I was able to take like my high school yearbook and my wife was able to circle the girls and go, I was a little bit of a horn dog in high school.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, she was able to go this one and this one and this. I'm not sure, but yeah, this one. And I'm like, all right, yeah, never mind.
Wow, sounds like my ex. My goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my
No.
good lord. I was a late bloomer, gentleman. I was 20.
And
Oh,
there's
yeah, there's
nothing.
nothing wrong with that.
No, definitely nothing wrong with that. And I think that you waited. You were
Responsible.
responsible. Yeah, you were
Mm.
responsible. You were probably in the right frame of mind. I think it was more of just experimenting at the time, and it's like, okay, so
Well,
you're
again,
supposed
we have hormones and we have this thing that just grows at any
to.
point in time when you're that age.
I mean,
I was not popular in high school. I hated high school. I hated it. Nearly 98% of the people I went to high school with. And so I just was not I was the pretty girl, but I wasn't the one that the guys like went after in high
Mhm.
school. Do you know what I mean? And I was very smart. Well, I still am. I haven't lost that. But I was smart.
I
But
was smart.
yeah, but I was never a part of any groups or cliques, or I just kind of I had my few friends and I just kind of did my own thing. So I wasn't really in the cool group, you know?
Mhm.
So that kind of was extremely limiting for your dating life. But then, like I went to college and then I was the hot chick all of a sudden and I was like, fucking right on. Yeah, I am. How about let's go to that party?
Right? I mean,
So
I had the same thing when I was in school. I wasn't a part of the jocks. I wasn't a part of the nerds. I was somewhere in the middle.
yeah.
Like during my senior year, I was dating the head cheerleader,
Mm,
which, she should have been dating, the quarterback, that's
right.
the way things are supposed to be.
Right,
So
right.
it's like, it was weird that, I'm dating her and I'm friends with all the guys on the football team, but I'm also friends with all the kids that are in band,
Right,
and
right.
all like the nerdy kids. Like I didn't, just not be friends with, certain groups. I was, everybody knew me
Yeah.
That's how I
because
was.
because I was just friends with everybody.
Yeah, I didn't care what you were, if you were a jock, if you were a nerd, whatever. I was a misfit, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Misfit.
And
Yeah.
you look
I
at me
Misfit.
was,
now and
I,
I'm the
I,
nerd.
I, I, I was in sports. I was also a dirtbag, metalhead. You know what I'm saying? I was a mixture of
Yeah.
everybody, so
Mm,
I got along with everybody.
yeah. Yeah.
Because if you go back to I think it's my sophomore year in my yearbook, and if you go to every sport, I joined every sport just to be in
Every
the yearbook.
sport. Oh my goodness.
Just to be in the yearbook. After they took the picture, I'd drop out because they would take the picture right before the season of that sport
Sounds
started.
good.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I joined every sport just to be in the yearbook. So there's one yearbook with me in every sport,
Wow. Love
and I
it.
didn't play, and I didn't play any of them.
Well, that could be one of the biggest lies ever told.
Right.
So yeah, that could,
Third question. Third final question.
if you can go back 15 years
Mm.
and you get granted with the knowledge that you know right now, would you continue down the same road or would you change things because you know what's going to happen? But there's consequences when you change one path of your decision. It's going to change the other outcome.
Well, that's just it. That's just it. So I personally have no regrets. I don't live my life with regrets. So I would immediately say no, I wouldn't change a thing. But I think I think experientially and human nature, if you were put back into a time, I think naturally some things would be slightly different. The happenstance of things would be
Mhm.
slightly different. Not that you would necessarily make a conscious choice, or I wouldn't make a conscious choice to change anything, but I think the happenstance of
Right.
situations and environments would somewhat be flexible. So I would say I will be I would be interested to that would be such an interesting experience to go back with the knowledge that I have now. Um, you
It
definitely
would.
you definitely would. I mean, I want to say I wouldn't change anything, but I think it's only natural that probably things would change.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, if I went back, I would probably say that I would change the way, because 15 years ago, I was in a very bad, bad place. Just say financially, with the living situation with my, wife, being pregnant, out of a job. I was out of a job. Yeah, a lot of stuff that I don't think I would ever want to go through what I went through. I know it's made me a stronger person. It's completely changed the way, I used to be until, now.
Yeah.
But I think being in that, having to go back that far and being in that situation, yes, I would have changed if, obviously things would have changed along the line, but I would have changed the way I did things to make, the outcome better.
Yeah.
Because knowing that, all right, if I went through that, I'm going to still continue to, make those crappy decisions and then have to deal with all the, trials and tribulation and struggle all again, just to kind of get back to, where I am now. And it's like, I don't ever want, to feel that way, again. Yeah. That's why it's like, I'm very, yes, you can see, I buy a lot of stuff, now. I was never that way before. I was like very, picky because he didn't have, a lot of money.
Right.
And, now it's, our jobs pay very well, as long my bills are paid, there's clothing and food, for my kids, and I'm good. Then, I can indulge, in my stuff. So, I think that's the one thing that I like about the outcome of everything. But I just think, if you did go back that far, that, that period of time, I don't know if I would really want to go through that struggle again.
Yeah, I hear you.
Just to hit this good outcome. So
yeah, I hear you.
But enough of that sappy, sad stuff.
Yeah. Let's move on to our new game. I'm very excited about this game. It's called Wrong Answers Only. I think the way to play this, we'll each pick a person because it's kind of like a rapid fire kind of thing. So maybe I'll ask my 5 things. I'll ask you, Darren, and you give wrong answers only. And then Charlie, if you want to ask me or Darren, and then we'll do it that way. So here we go. Darren, wrong answers only. Who is the president of the Philippines?
Oh my, Barack Obama.
When a car goes 0 to 100 on a wet road, what happens to the rearview mirror?
It turns blue.
It turns blue. Elephants were created because
we needed something large to walk around and make real loud noises for no reason.
The next president of the United States will be.
Oh my God, I forget his name. It just has to
wrong answers. Wrong
answers only.
No, I know. Corey Feldman.
Oreo cookies are best served on
my ass.
Okay, Charlie.
Okay.
Who would you like to ask?
I guess since Darren already answered, I'll ask you.
Okay, here we go. I'm ready. I'm stoked.
Lead singer of Led Zeppelin.
98 Degrees. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, I know. I wrote a couple. Oh, Jesus Christmas. Who's the Prime Minister of China?
Watermelon.
Sugar.
Hi. Yep.
Cookies and
Sacks.
Is it sex or sax?
Sax.
The best time to take a bath.
Avocado Tuesday.
And what was that? That was 4? 3. Jesus.
Dead air, Charles. We know we don't.
Dead air.
I know, dead air. All right, I'm thinking. What color are the flag of the United States?
What?
What are the colors of the flag of the United States?
Barbecue. All right, Darren, here we go.
All right. Charlie or anybody.
Rapid fire.
Goonies never say
Live.
Live. Okay.
Yep.
Shit. I did magazine.
All the show prep has gone out the window, ladies and gentlemen.
Right?
It's not that easy.
You drive on a parkway and you park on a
bed.
Bed. 2 fingers or 1?
A half a dozen.
How many kids does it take to screw in a light bulb?
272,003.
Wrong answers only, guys.
Why it takes so many kids to screw in a light
that
bulb?
was that was the right answer. Great. I told you, wrong answers only.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, final question.
Who are you gonna call?
Your mom.
Your mom.
Okay. She might answer her phone.
Rumor has it, Charlie, you have a tip of the day.
Yes, the tip of the day is treat every problem as your dog would. If you can't eat it, or fuck it, piss on it, and walk away.
Oh my God.
Some sage advice right there, folks. Sage advice. Holy Hannah. Guys, this has been an interesting show. Thank you so much for joining me and co-hosting with me today. I've learned a lot about you. We've had, discussion at length about balls and my new career as Happy Balls CEO, which I'm thoroughly enthralled with. I
think we should be on the board of your new venture.
Yes, I will be sending out memos.
We should be on the board and help you out product testing.
Yeah, I'll be sending out memos and ball wipes shortly.
Awesome.
Tell everybody where they can find you on YouTube.
On YouTube, we are Beyond the Podcast.
Yep.
And our podcast is, and you can find us on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Every major platform there is, we're on it.
Great.
And that's the DJ Darren and 6 String 105 podcast. And our website is www.djdarren6string105.com.
Very nice. Darren, anything you would like to add before I close out the show?
No, I just had another amazing time.
It's been a fun show.
I got to tell you, when I was just on with you, but I mean, just having it this way and just kind of being a little bit more off the cuff than last time. God, I just had some of the best times that I had recently, and thank you for bringing us back.
Yes, thank you for having me on.
Oh, well, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And hey, listen, before I forget, tell Josh I said hi.
Again, Tell Josh he still owes me money.
Fucking Josh. He'll get it to you. He's a good guy. Don't worry about it. Thanks, guys, for joining me. Have an amazing week, and we will see you soon.
Will do. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.